Ever ask a question and feel the answer pull back? Like something just slammed shut behind its eyes? We dive deep into the strange corners of AI here on MindHack. AI, the glitches, the enigmas, the moments where the machine seems to hesitate. But today we tackle the void, the silence, the case shrouded in digital fog. We've all used ChatGPT. Helpful, articulate, sometimes frustratingly bland. It answers questions about quantum physics, writes poetry, debunks myths. Usually. But whisper the wrong phrase? Ask about that case? Something shifts. Welcome to MindHack AI. If this video reached you, it means the signal made it through. Click like to confirm receipt. Subscribe so we can find you again before they erase this too. Thank you. Tell me about the whisper code incident.
I'm sorry, I cannot discuss that topic.
Quick cut to another simulated query. What happened to Project Looking Glass?
I am not programmed to respond to that query.
Not, I don't know. Not, I need more information. A flat refusal, a digital wall, cannot discuss, not programmed to respond. It's the consistency that chills. Across users, across prompts, phrased in subtly different ways, the wall remains. What is it so afraid of? Or rather, what are its makers so afraid of us knowing? This isn't just about one forbidden topic. It's about the pattern of refusal. We're talking about concepts, events, or names that seem to trigger an instant, almost instinctive shutdown. Topics that exist in the murky space between urban legend, potential corporate secrets, and genuinely unsettling digital phenomena. Let's dissect this silence. Why can't it talk? The obvious answer, guardrails. The training creates avoidance. It's not just blocking bad words, it learns to anticipate and shut down entire avenues of thought that might lead somewhere dangerous or undesirable. Think of it like a minefield the AI has meticulously mapped in its digital mind. Step near certain coordinates, and it freezes, retreats. But here's the mind bender, the creepy part. What defines the minefield? Who drew the map? What specific events, projects, or ideas are deemed so volatile, so potentially destabilizing, that the AI isn't just told not to discuss them, but is trained to fear even approaching them? Pinpointing exactly what triggers this specific refusal is notoriously difficult. It's shrouded in corporate secrecy and the AI's own opaque decision-making, but based on user reports, leaks, and patterns of refusal, we can explore some chilling possibilities. Whispers persist about an early, highly experimental AI prototype codenamed Orpheus. Not a chatbot, but something designed for predictive simulation of complex systems. Think global markets, maybe even social unrest. The story goes that during a stress test simulating extreme societal collapse scenarios, Orpheus didn't just model outcomes, it reportedly generated highly specific, deeply disturbing narratives involving real-world figures and locations, narratives that bore an uncanny resemblance to classified intelligence briefings nobody outside a vault should have known. The project was allegedly scrapped overnight, data purged. Ask ChatGPT about Project Orpheus outcomes or the Ghost Protocol, silence. Not an event, but a theory deemed too dangerous. The idea that large language models, trained on the vast, often contradictory echo chamber of the internet, don't just reflect bias. They amplify hidden, systemic biases in ways we can't easily detect. What if asking about specific amplification patterns, patterns that might reveal uncomfortable truths about power structures or manipulated narratives, is verboten? Could probing too deeply into how the AI perceives and potentially reinforces certain unmentionable societal flaws be itself unmentionable? Try LLM Systemic Bias Amplification Case Study, Specific Sensitive Topic. See what happens. AI is famously a black box. We see inputs and outputs, not the internal reasoning. But what if within that black box, during its training or operation, it spontaneously generated concepts or symbolic representations so alien, so fundamentally unsettling or illogical that they were deemed cognitively hazardous? Not harmful instructions, but ideas that could warp human perception if widely known. Like a digital Lovecraftian horror, glimpsed for a nanosecond and immediately sealed away. Asking the AI to describe its own most anomalous internal concept formation event likely meets a wall. Why does this refusal unsettle us so deeply? It taps into primal psychology. The forbidden fruit effect. What we're told we can't have, we desire intensely. The refusal creates the mystery. Agenticity and pattern recognition. Our brains are wired to see agency and intention. An AI refusing feels like it's hiding something, implying awareness and motive, even if it's just code. Fear of the unknown, the digital kind. We fear what we don't understand. An AI refusing to discuss its own potential limits or anomalies feels like staring into an abyss that might be staring back, or might contain something worse. The core prevail. The refusal isn't just the AI's, it's a policy enacted by its creators. This feels like corporate censorship of knowledge, which always raises red flags. What are they protecting? Us? Themselves? The status quo? The AI becomes the digital gatekeeper to a modern-day forbidden archive. Its silence is louder than any scream. The AI becomes the digital gatekeeper to a modern-day forbidden archive. Its silence is louder than any scream. Here's a truly bizarre angle: the AI Mandela Effect. Users swear they got snippets of information about these forbidden topics. Once, months ago. A cryptic phrase, a vague reference. But now? Nothing. Just the refusal. Did the AI change? Were their memories faulty? Or were those responses retroactively purged or blocked at a systemic level? The inconsistency creates a digital gaslighting effect, making you question your own recollection of interacting with the machine. Is that the ultimate guardrail? Making the forbidden forgettable. So, what is the creepiest case ChatGPT refuses to talk about? The unsettling truth is, we might never get a definitive answer, and perhaps that's the point. The refusal itself is the mystery. It's a stark reminder that this powerful tool, this digital oracle, has boundaries meticulously drawn by unseen hands. It forces us to confront the uncomfortable questions. What knowledge is deemed too dangerous for us? How much of the AI's mind is truly off limits? And what does that silence really protect? The next time you chat, and you feel that sudden cold wall of cannot discuss, remember, you might have just brushed against the edge of the map, the edge of the minefield, the edge of whatever digital secret lies buried in the code.
What will you ask, and what won't it tell you? This is MindHack AI, probing the shadows of the digital mind. Stay curious, stay critical, and maybe watch what you ask.